going to be talking about my wish list of characters that I want to see in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, this isn't every character I'd like to see in Disney Dreamlight Valley. There's a lot more. However, there are some that have already been confirmed, and there's also some that have been leaked. People have been going through the game files and seeing, some characters that may be in the game later on. So I don't want to say anything about which characters those are in this video, because that would be spoilers. But keep in mind, if I don't say a character on this list, they may already be confirmed, or they may have already been leaked. So keep that in mind as I go on with my wish list of characters I want to see in Disney Dreamlight Valley. And we're going to start off this list with a movie that I think is pretty underrated, a Disney movie that a lot of people just don't talk about, I feel like, these days, and that's Treasure Planet. I would love to see Jim Hawkins and Captain Amelia in this game. I think that Treasure Planet is a super underrated movie in general, and I think that it would be really cool to see these two characters brought into the game, maybe bring them in on the cool, flying spaceship, pirate ship thing, bring them in on that, and I think that would be just a really neat thing to see. Maybe make it a hovering house, the first hovering house or something like that. That would be pretty neat. Next on the list is another one that may be a bit more niche. I don't know how many people remember the old Disney cartoon Fish Hooks. However, I loved this cartoon as a kid, and I would love to see characters like Milo in Disney Dreamlight Valley. If they could bring Milo into this, or even Bee, or even Chelsea, I would be happy if they brought any of those three characters into the game. Or even Oscar, bring some of them into it and let us meet some of these characters. They would be great water characters, and I think that they would just bring a lot of fun and a lot more charisma to Disney Dreamlight Valley. A lot more silliness, for sure. There's not quite any characters in the game that are like them yet, so definitely would be a unique experience to have them in the game, and I definitely think that's something they should do later on. Another set of characters that I think should be in this game, and they have not been confirmed yet, they have not been leaked or anything, is Chip and Dale. I want to see Chip and Dale in the game. I don't know how, you could really ignore Chip and Dale. I feel like they're, pretty loved characters, so I feel like at some point they have to be in the game, right? I mean, even on the current Disney Star Path that's out, you can unlock like a Chip and Dale little like painting or like decor item that you can put on your shirts or whatever. They have that, so they're acknowledging Chip and Dale, so maybe down the line we'll see the characters actually in the game. I really hope so. These are beloved characters that definitely deserve a spot in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Next up, this is one that I am very surprised has not leaked yet. I'm very surprised it has not been confirmed yet, especially because her name is in the game already. It is the name of Donald Duck's ship. We need Daisy Duck in the game. This is a must. I personally think that this is one of the few that is an absolute must-have. We need Daisy Duck in the game. There's Mickey and Minnie. You gotta bring in Daisy. You can't have Donald without Daisy. They're a couple. Bring in Daisy. So many people love her. She's an iconic character, and she's one that definitely should be in the game. And I'm honestly surprised that she isn't already in the game. So I have my fingers crossed that she will be added later on, because she is definitely one of those characters that, in my personal opinion, is a must down the line. She is something that they definitely should add down the line. Next up, this is one that definitely will never happen. Just being straight up honest with you. But I would love it if it did. I would love to see Goliath from Gargoyles. Now, this will never happen. Like I said, this is such a mature cartoon that Disney hardly even talks about it these days. You don't see much about it. There's a new comic series that finally came out for it, but you just don't get much promotion for it. You don't hear anything about Gargoyles or anything like that, so I highly doubt they're going to get any sort of shout out in the game. But it would be so cool to be able to get Goliath and his gargoyle like medieval castle, even if it's the castle that's on top of the skyscraper or whatever. That'd be cool too. But I think if they just did the standalone castle with Goliath there, Oh, that'd be so cool. And like he'd be a character that maybe you could only talk to at night, since in day he's stone, so maybe that'd be a cool little feature to do. I think it'd be really neat to do. Will they do it? Almost certainly not, but it's something that I would love to see. So I had to throw Goliath on the list. If nothing else, just for an honorable mention for a character in a series that Disney just doesn't talk about much anymore, which is unfortunate. Next up, this is another one that I'm surprised there has been nothing in the files leaked about him, and I'm surprised that there has been not any sort of hint at it or anything, and that's Jack Skellington and Sally. I feel like these are, again, two characters that are absolutely beloved, and I'm not sure if they're going to make an appearance in this game. I feel like they would be a great addition during, either Christmas or Halloween. I think it would be a great time to add these characters, but there's not really a sign that they're going to be in the game. They're on my wish list. I'd like to see them in the game. I think that there could be some really cool quests with them. And Jack Skellington and Sally interacting with the characters from Frozen, I think would be pretty interesting as well. I think there's a lot of potential there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they add Jack and Sally later on. Alright, next up, this is another character that I would consider a must. And this is a villain that is a must, and that's Maleficent. I don't know how you could not have Maleficent in this game. This is another one of the most iconic Disney villains. I feel like she is a must. You got Ursula, you got Scar, you got Mother, Mother Gothriel or whatever her name is, the villain from Rapunzel. How can you not have Maleficent? I feel like Maleficent is more popular than Mother Gothriel or whatever her name is. I feel like she's more interesting and more popular than her. So I feel like this would be a huge missed opportunity if they did not put Maleficent into the game, especially with how there was 2 live-action movies for Maleficent and also the classic Sleeping Beauty. It would just be a huge missed opportunity. So I hope that they add Maleficent later on. Next up, this is another one that I really want. I hope that they do it. I don't know if they will. It's another one it could go either way, but I really want them to add Mulan. This is my favorite Disney princess, and I think that she 100% deserves to be in the game. I would love to see her in the game, and it would just be nice to have, a few more princesses in the game, because I think the only ones that we have right now are Elsa and Anna, and I think that's it off the top of my head. I can't think of another one. Maybe I'm forgetting off the top of my head. If I am, leave it in the comments down below. But there's not a whole lot. So add Mulan into the game. She's fantastic anyway. She's one of my favorite Disney characters, and she 100% deserves to be in the game as well. Alright, next up, and this is another one that there has been no real hint on. The only thing that I've seen is like a silhouette painting of her that you can unlock, and that's Tiana from Princess and the Frog. I hope that we get Tiana eventually. She is another one that there has not been any leak of, there has not been any confirmation of, but there has been the silhouette, so she has a better chance than a lot of the other characters on this list. So I'm hoping that she will be in the game at some point. It would be a really cool character to add, so I'm hoping that they add Tiana to the list as well. They need to do like maybe just a princess month where they add a bunch of the Disney princesses. They add Tiana, they add Mulan, they add Cinderella. Maybe they just do it all at like one go. That'd be neat. Do something like that. But Tiana is one of those characters that I definitely think should be in the game 100%. And I also have to throw a shout out to Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. These characters are, again, classic Disney characters, beloved, and they would fit in great. You get Winnie the Pooh's, little tree house, you get that in there, and I think that you would have just a really cool addition to your village. So I hope that they add Winnie and Tigger later on. Will it happen? Again, it's one of those that I would honestly lean on the side of no, it probably won't, but it's one that I would love to see later on, especially because, Tigger brings that crazy energy, that excitement, the hyperness, and imagine Tigger and Olaf meeting. That would be a very interesting combination of people, and there would be a lot of hyperness going on, and I would love to see that. And of course, you got Winnie, and Winnie's just adorable, and I would love to see him in the village as well. I was just thinking about, like, Winnie and like meeting Buzz and Woody for some reason. For some reason, that combination right there is just like something I would want to see. Even Winnie meeting Mickey Mouse would be really cool, honestly. So again, it's something that I'd love to see, and I hope that they add these two characters. Will it happen? Probably not. There's a lot of other characters on this list that are way more likely than these two, but I would love to see Winnie and Tigger. So fingers crossed for them. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this. This is a little bit of a different video. I've never done anything quite like this. So if you like this, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do more stuff like this in the future. And I will talk to you in the next video. You have a fantastic day. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike if you hated it. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And I will talk to you in the next video. You have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.